Okay, everyone. I never know how the music is going to go, so we will give it a try with the headset on. But allow me to introduce myself for anybody new here. Hi, I'm Maggie, your substitute teacher. Welcome. Usually I'm welcoming you to your struggle cooking class, but clearly today I'm not cooking. I was going to cook. I was going to do some avocado toast in honor of Chandra, but you all had me thinking you had so much fun, or I think we had so much fun talking about the tea etiquette yesterday. Put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I thought I would share with you all some more dining etiquette. We've got Team Neo Travel. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to see the screen share, you can find Maggie the Substitute Teacher on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. You had a lot of fun, Maya? Okay, wonderful. We're going to do some more. And we've got Kim G in the house. Hello. Thank you so much for being here and bringing the flowers, my dear. All right, so let me give you all a little bit of a background because I always want to make sure that I am transparent and relatable here. I by no means am an etiquette expert. I am learning. I have been on a health and wellness journey. You all know that I am maintaining an 80-pound weight loss with at least 20 more to go. I've been working with a metabolic specialist, and 80 to 90% of the time, you all will find me in the kitchen cooking my sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free menu. However, I am a boy mom, two teenagers, and I don't have any daughters and I don't have any sisters. And so, I work in technology. I work in a, masculine data driven environment. And so for me, for my own personal development, it's been important for me to work to continue to enhance my softness and ensure that I stay as feminine as possible. And also, I've shared with you all, I didn't realize this. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm embarrassed to say, but at my larger size, it was harder to be as elegant as I want to be. So to sit down and get up with elegance, to walk, gracefully without lumbering around, to have better posture, just everything that I'm learning. It's actually easier as I get this extra weight off. So this is something that I've done personally for me. It's something that I enjoy. And I had shared little tidbits with you all, and it seems like you all like this stuff too. So for the ladies, sit back and relax. I'm just going to share with you what I've been learning, and we can learn together. And then for the gents or dads or anybody else out there, you're more than welcome to either watch from the clouds or have fun and participate. Who do we have here? We've got Luke Hazley in the house. Oh, she says, Hola, maestra, teacher. You love Woman of Elegance channel. Oh, my goodness. Absolutely. We're going to talk about that. We have Living Out Loud, the podcast. She says, hello. Maggie, thank you so much for being here. Luke Hazley has a YouTube channel. Living Out Loud, the podcast, has a YouTube channel. You all please check them out and support Luke Hazley's channel. She does a variety of things. We both have a heart for femininity, but she's also teaching Spanish, so we can learn over there. We got Waldo in the house. Hello, Waldo. Thank you so much for being here. Living Out Loud, the podcast, also part of the Lead Attorney Mastermind. She is one of the elders in our community, and she's living out her golden years on her terms and telling us all about it. Okay, so I have shared with you all, if anybody else wants to be counted present, feel free to announce yourself in class. If you want to watch from the clouds, you're more than welcome to do that as well. So, I have shared with you all, and I actually heard this, from Kevin Samuels. I didn't even know that this was a space where you could do work in etiquette and elegance. Think of it like an online finishing school. And so I have taken several all, and I've shared with you all, and I actually posted on a comment on yesterday's stream. If anybody's interested, I have completed Anna Bay's signature program. I have completed Emma DuPont's signature program. She has a free Facebook group where she has Q&As and you can ask questions. It's open to anybody who wants to participate. So I did put the link in yesterday's stream. Let me know if you'd like that again. But you all know how it is once you start searching something, like all these other things start coming up in your purview. And so I have landed on another etiquette teacher that I love following. Her name is Vivienne Abena. I believe she is African, either Ghanaian or maybe Nigerian, and she is out of the UK. She's out of London, and she has so many wonderful videos on, etiquette and elegance. So many free resources I love sharing with you all. One of them we're going to go over today. So if you go to her website, and I'm actually going to drop the link here so you all have it. And I will share my screen with you all so you can see. She has several free resources, several YouTube videos, and she has some paid resources as well. Who do we have here? Somebody new. We have Chatty Chairwoman. My first time seeing you here. Thank you for being here, darling. I appreciate that. What does Waldo say? Waldo says, etiquette is so essential. I feel that society has forgotten this art. Don't even get me started. I have so many opinions about things that are happening today. I have very strong opinions about, ladies and how we carry ourselves. I have a cooking channel, and so I don't want to do any bait and switch here. That's why we are going to focus today on the dining etiquette. Do I always do everything perfectly? Absolutely not. But there's just a lot that I didn't know that I'm learning, so that when you do go somewhere nice, you know the proper protocol, and I love sharing it with you all. I am going to be doing something else in 2023. I don't know if it's going to be like a Patreon or a membership, something really low, like $1, $3, $5. But just for the community of those of us who want to do a deeper dive into, etiquette and elegance and relationship building, again, not that I'm an expert, but I'm out here learning, and I love sharing it with you all. So I have dropped Woman of Elegance link in the chat. You all can check it out yourself. She also has a free handbook. You can download the handbook for free. I think you sign up for her email list, and then you get this handbook. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you all today. This is a free handbook. She also has some other paid resources that I will show at a high level, but I don't want to take advantage of the work that she's put in. So what we're going to go through today is the free Woman of Elegance handbook. Who else do we have? What does Lucchese say? Jamila. Yes, I've seen Jamila. She's a Russian lady, I believe I've seen. Her channel is great too. She is a certified international etiquette consultant, an author, a teacher, an entrepreneur, and a mom of two. Thank you for sharing that. And Lucchese, if you can, drop it in the chat. If not, if you don't have a wrench, I'll see if I can find it or make you a moderator. Excuse me. And thank you for saying that she is a mom of two. You all know that I am a mom of two. I am a divorcee. Their dad just brought the boys back over. That's why I got the headset on, because y'all know the gong gongs. But I'm 47, and I definitely want to age gracefully. And like I said, whether it was the extra weight or working in, a competitive masculine environment, being a boy mom and just being surrounded by planes, trains, and automobiles. And there's nothing wrong with that. I definitely believe boys should be boys. But for me personally, this has been part of my journey. Who do we have here? We've got Padilla in the house. Thank you so much for being here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully the sound and everything is okay. I'm just taking a quick look. I put my headset on. All right, so, and I know I've got the background music. The last time I heard it, it kind of echoed. So let me know how it sounds on you all's end. I'm just going to continue on, and feel free to chime in. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to share my screen, and let's go to the free Woman of Elegance handbook guide. Okay, so let's see. If I make this full screen, are you all able to see? Let's see, I want to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So again, I want to make sure that I give credit so you all can see. So again, it's Woman of Elegance, and this is Vivienne. Let's see if she has her beautiful picture on here. If not, I will show you all. Oh, there she is. Let me just share really quick. So Vivienne Abena is the creator of Woman of Elegance. She has a YouTube channel. She also has a mailing list, and she shares the same passion as far as allowing women to become the best version of themselves. So this is the founder of Woman of Elegance, and you can read all about it. I dropped the link here. She's on Instagram. She also has a Facebook private group, which is free to join. You all can check that out. And then she has a YouTube page. Okay, so this is where we're going to take a little bit of a deeper dive. We have Prince V in the house. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to see the screen share, you're welcome to find Maggie, the substitute teacher, on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. And again, for the guys, the gents that are here in the community, thank you for being here. Would love to hear your thoughts on this. You all are all welcome in the happy, wholesome, family-friendly side of YouTube. I am a boy mom, so I'm very passionate about, young men. I have two teenagers, and I see the baby going away and the young men. You all have seen the gong gongs in the kitchen with me. And so I'm really, really passionate about this. So thank you for taking, let's nerd out together. Okay. So, oh, thank you for dropping the channel, Miss Lucy. All right. So again, you can go to womanofelegance.com. I dropped the link for you, and she will have a link there that says the free Woman of Elegance handbook. So I'm just showing you here. You get it in your email. It's an 8-page PDF, and we are going to focus. Ding, ding, ding. Let me zoom out so you all can see the whole thing, and then we're going to dive into dining because I do have a cooking channel. But you'll see here, this is the PDF that you will get. So she has a dining etiquette section. She has a basic etiquette section. What else is in here? Oh, maybe the other pages haven't come through yet, but she has multiple. Oh, there we go. Basic etiquette, conversation etiquette. We've talked a lot about that, you all. One of the things that there's so many different areas and components of etiquette and elegance. And I've shared with you all on my journey, one of the things that I've had to be very mindful of is my speech. Conversation is also, in my opinion, becoming a lost art. And I learned that when I speak, I shout. And I don't want to come across that way. So I have to be very intentional about using my inside voice. For me, a big part of it is lowering my volume and slowing down, so much so that it seems to me like it's slow, but when I watch it back, I'm like, it's so much easier to follow. You all still see me slip up and I get excited and I start doing all this other stuff. So many things that I've picked up along the way that I'm going to be sharing with you all. So again, the conversation one is a huge one for me. What does Miss Lucy say? It's also very sexy to have dinner with a gentleman who knows the basics of table manners, knowing how to hold the fork properly. I am going to share something with you all. I went out with a gentleman, and the waiter came to the table, and he was, I guess, offering the wine or whatever. And he actually said, the lady gets the first pour. And I was just kind of like, me? Silly me? So, just a little thing to say, people do notice. And, like I said, I have my own personal reasons why I want to stay as refined as possible. But yes, it's definitely, the rewards are very beneficial. And this is not to make anybody feel like, oh, I don't hold my knife and fork right. It's not that. Y'all will see me in the kitchen doing the Maggie roll. You can definitely be yourself, but it is nice to know. If that's important to you. Who do we have here? Oh, Tamio Travel, you moved over from Instagram. Thank you so much for coming over here. What does Living Out Loud say? My mother's nickname for me was Uncouth. Well, I understand. We all have our things. For me, I am louder than I need to be. I'm more rushed than I need to be. I've learned that an elegant woman is unrushed, so I've had to really learn to slow down. My gestures, used to be like very I guess masculine. If they're not feminine, they're masculine, right? And I didn't even realize I was doing this. A big part of my development has been recording myself, whether it's watching my streams back over, so you all are helping me and you don't even know that you're helping me, and watching how I come across in conversation or on camera has been a big part of how I make those little tweaks. Ah, yes, I'm just scrolling here. Kim G says, great info, Maggie. I'll be working. Oh, that's right. Kim G has two little girls, y'all. We have so many of you all in the community with daughters. I know Moose has daughters. Kim G has daughters. I was that little girl. I played in my mom's makeup. I did tea parties and slumber parties. That was me. I know we have some of you all that were more like, tomboys or more athletic, and there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to change who you are, but in certain circles some things are appropriate and some things are not. So I've taken it upon myself to try to learn. Lucchese says yes, he had me at hello. Absolutely, I know. Isn't that nice, you all? Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Linda, with the love notes. Thank you for being here, my dear. Ooh, what does Waldo say? Yes, a gentleman always pours for the lady first. Y'all, look at what we're creating here. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness, y'all are gonna have me just blushing. What does Maya say? And Maya shared with us yesterday. She yells a lot too. Y'all, I can relate. She says, I definitely need to slow down. I'm always rushing, rushing, rushing. In Anna Bay's course, there's a module. We have to do a case study. And whatever you think about certain people, it's not about that. But we watched a movie that Angelina Jolie is in, and I'm not anything about her as a person, but just she was playing like a French, I don't know, I don't remember, but she had us watch like different parts of the movie. We didn't watch the whole movie, but basically just to watch the way she made eye contact, the way she greeted people, her posture when walking. I mean, just so many things that you study, and it's just kind of like, oh my God, I have so far to go. But it's fun for me. You all see I nerd out here. Lucchese was a tomboy, and look at her. She's so elegant now. We have Mona in the house. Mona, the moderator. Please shout out your channel and your kids' channel. Thank you all so much for liking the live stream. And if you all like this, I definitely have more. I've just kind of kept it private to me, but I'm happy to share. What does Kim G say? Maddie is a tomboy and Avery is very girly. You need Maddie to tap into her feminine side. In my opinion, I think for most of us, this is kind of our natural happy place, but for a variety of reasons, for relationship reasons, career reasons, family reasons, you kind of have that tougher exterior. So if you want to promote the softness, let's begin, ladies and gents. Okay, so I was just showing you all, and again, this is Woman of Elegance. This is her free handbook. So you can get your own copy. Go to womanofelegance.com. Fabric elegance. Who knew what to wear, what not to wear? All right, so you all can see here, this is Vivienne's website. Her YouTube page is Woman of Elegance, and let's get started. So we're going to focus on dining in today's stream. Okay. So let me make it bigger so you all can see. It's just 2 pages, but we're going to go through them one at a time. All right, so dining etiquette number 1. Don't put your elbows and bag on the table. Okay, ladies. I think elbows, that one's kind of obvious, but the bag thing, and I know I'm not a purse person. I do have purses, but it is actually poor etiquette to put your bags on the table. There are, I've seen those hanging things, and you all please share, what you do to kind of stay within these guidelines. I've seen those hanging things that you can put it on the table. I think proper etiquette is probably either to put it on the floor or maybe put it on the not the arm of the chair, but like the back of the chair. And if you all have any questions, anything that I don't know, I will ask my etiquette teacher, because again, you can join the free Facebook group. And so I'll get questions and bring them back. Hey, Rodney's in the house. Rodney's here. Intrigued? Absolutely. So now when you gents are out with the ladies, you can see who's done a little bit of studying. None of us are perfect. And you all know I come from humble beginnings. I'm a small town girl, immigrant family. We grew up with nothing. This is just the way that I want to personally develop. It makes me happy, so I'm sharing it with you all. If this is not your cup of tea, believe me, no judgment at all. What does Kim Ji say? Working in oil and gas, dining etiquette is a must. This is great information. Yes, if you all ever have to host someone, in my mind, one day I'll be hosting these fancy dinner parties and just, I've got my apron on and a little cocktail dress, and just one day. But yes, if you're ever especially for our younger scholars, I remember I've been corporate since college, but part of the interview process was to take us out for a meal to see if you can have a conversation, handle your wine, how you conduct yourself in a social setting. I've shared with you all, I am a graduate of Spelman College, and Spelman has a very good career placement office, and they actually brought in American Express. Check my links. I've got the gold card links in the gold and platinum cards in the description. They actually brought American Express in to do a whole lesson with us on proper interview, including the social aspect. What does Luke Hazley say? Maya, these channels will help bring on the feminine essence in you. My mom enrolled me in etiquette school when she saw that was too rough on the edges. I am so happy to hear that. You all know Nana. And mom has some very high standards for me, and I'm still, working to meet them. But I think it's important, and I feel very strongly about the older women in the community passing this on. If it's not your cup of tea, that's fine, pun intended. But some of us don't know, some of us aren't taught. So I do feel a responsibility to share, and I'm glad you all like it. What does Maya say? Miss Lucy, you're so right. I'm happy to be here and soak up all of the information. Yes, absolutely. Ah, yes, Rodney's here. He loves the comments. Absolutely. Waldo is here with the in agreement. Okay. Yes, great experience. Yes, absolutely. And there was one other thing I was going to share with you all, and then we'll move on to number two. So, no purses on the table, definitely no elbows on the table. Um, Oh, there was something else about my experience that I was going to share with you all with my classes. It'll come back to me. Yeah, getting old, y'all. Sharing is caring. Oh, I'm so happy. This just warms my heart, honestly, y'all. Honestly, it does. Okay, so number two, hold the wine glass by the stem and not by the bowl. So this is a big one, and I should have had, like, when you actually take these classes. Sorry, y'all, if it's scratching. If you actually, we have a stream sponsor. Thank you so much, stream sponsors. Come to the front of the class. Luke Hazley is giving me a lemon super sticker. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Stream sponsors are the ones who give the biggest super chat. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, or Facebook stars. Just let me know where to look for them. You all please check out Miss Lucy's channel. Luke Hazley is teaching us Spanish and being a great example of a feminine woman. Okay, let's see here. So let me make sure I get you on here. Lou Casely. And I always get the E. Is it before or after the L? Lou Casely 20. And for the $5. Thank you so, so much. Let me put you in the ticker. You are our stream sponsor. When you all come here and you engage in the channel, watch, like, share, subscribe, comment, live chat, all of that, it helps the channel to grow, which helps me. You all have helped me to monetize my passion for food, and I am so appreciative. You don't find $5 laying on the street, or at least I don't. When you go above and beyond like that, I'm really, really grateful. I appreciate you. So I love it. I love it. Okay. So, meant to take the comment down. So yes, maybe next time I can actually have some like artifacts with you all, but you all know a wine glass. If you are drinking from anything that has a stem, you are to hold the stem. You don't hold the bowl. Yeah, it's not going to work that way. You don't hold the bowl. It's actually more delicate and proper etiquette to hold my little janky straw to hold the stem. And I've noticed for me, because I have to be more careful when I'm holding the stem, I actually take slower sips, and I actually maybe eat less, but you definitely eat slower. Okay, so always hold by the stem. Yes, thank you so much. What does Kim G say? Dang, I messed up at our fancy Christmas work dinner. It's okay, y'all. I just learned this stuff too. I'm sharing it with y'all. We'll do more of this if you like. You were drinking the wine all wrong. You don't drink it, but need to do better. So yes, if there's a stem, water glass, wine glass, champagne glass, anything with a stem, hold the stem. Okay, let's continue on. That was number two, I believe. All right, number three, hold your menu against the table and not to your face. All right, so let's talk about that. If you go to a restaurant, I've got my symphony. Pretend this is a menu at a restaurant. You don't do this. You don't hold it up like this, and you don't put it flat on the you don't put it on the table and flip through. You actually, if this were the edge of the table, like if this were the table, you just kind of hold it up so that you can maintain eye contact with your dining partners, and you don't want to put it directly on the table. Okay, so many little things. Who knew this? Living Out Loud says yes, we do not slurp through the straw. We don't slurp at all. When you eat and drink, it should be silent. Y'all see me with my Walmart water. My etiquette teacher would get me. This I should actually pour in a glass. And if you make sounds when you're eating, you're probably eating too fast. When you drink anything, especially when I'm tasting my coffee for you all, I try very hard not to make that slurping sound. I try to drink very, very silently. I'm going to drink out of a straw now. How ironic. But you should pour into a glass. And actually, I asked my etiquette teacher about straws, and this is so janky. This is a milkshake straw. She said, Margaret, straws are for children. And I was like, ooh, okay. So if you're not a kid, you really should pour it in a glass. Ah, what does Living Out Loud say? Definitely don't blow into the drink with a straw. Are you talking about like blowing bubbles? I haven't done that. Do people do that? I remember doing that as a kid, like just blowing bubbles, but I hope we don't do that as adults, right? Who do we have here? Rodney says eye contact is essential at the table. Oh my, yes, absolutely. If someone is taking you to a meal, whether it's a relationship or an interview or whatever, you want to make sure that you engage with the person. It's not just about what do I want? No. So prop it up on the edge of the table. Okay. Who do we have here watching from Facebook? We have Sunitha. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, y'all, my little headset. She says, yes, for the quiet eaters. Yes, we should not make any noise when we are eating. So that actually goes into now. Again, if you're home alone, do whatever you want to do. But when you're around others, this may mean that you order something different from the menu. What did I share with you all when we did the movie theater review? And I went to Silver Spot and I asked the waiter recommend something for anybody who missed it. I went to a movie theater that actually has a full menu. So they serve you like a steak or whatever you want in addition to the popcorn. And I asked him to recommend something and he said he likes the chicken wings. And I love a good chicken wing. But I was with the group and I said, how would that look? Me eating these saucy wings and biting down on the bone and having so I ended up getting, like the sandwich and fries, something that I could eat more cleanly. Sometimes you just got to make those decisions. Oh, thank you for being here, Sunitha. We go way back. What does Waldo say? In social settings, I observe everyone's table manners. You can easily tell who has etiquette and who doesn't. Waldo makes a great point for two reasons. You all know people are always watching. And in my opinion, I know I may stick out like a sore thumb, and I accept that. I have always been kind of the oddball. You all are my community, but I don't mind being a little different. And sometimes people look at you and they think, oh, you're just putting on. Once you get to know me, I think a lot of you all who saw me for the first time, you're like, is she really that happy? I've been asked that my whole life. And you get to realize that this is just who I am or I strive to be. It's okay if you're the only one. It actually makes you stand out, and that could be a good thing. On the other hand, it could be beneficial too. I've heard this in my etiquette classes. Hi, I am. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to see the screen share, find Maggie, the substitute teacher, on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. if you're ever in a social situation and you don't know what to do, what Waldo said, look around you, read the room. That helps us in so many situations, okay? Don't just be the first one with your plate. Like, wait and see, is there any protocol before people just like help themselves? Who else do we have here? We have a new stream sponsor. Thank you so much. Personal time with Kim K. Thank you for the $10 super chat. You all are warming my heart here. I was really hesitant this morning. I was going to make avocado toast because I was just like, let me just stick to what I do. But you all had such a good time with me yesterday. I said, you know what, let's continue to do this. Let's focus on dining. And I'm sharing my journey with you all. So thank you. What does Kim K say? Thanks for this stream. I find myself in formal settings now more than ever. And I'm always looking around to see which fork to use first. We're going to talk about that. The shortcut is you go from the outside in. But I'm going to put Kim K in the banner as our new stream sponsor. Thank you for the 10, for the $9.99, $10 holler. That's what that dude named Dave says. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Miss Lucy. Uh, but Kim K is now the stream sponsor at $9.99. Oh, yes, I remember what I was going to say, you all. I'm old, but it comes back. So, like I shared with you all in college, I went to an all girls school. For anyone who doesn't know, Spelman College is a historically black all girls school in Atlanta. So, that was kind of one of the, being a girly girl, I kind of started it. And then I got like the professional exposure in college. And then, now that the boys are teenagers, I've had to be that like Boy Scout mom, and I don't like that version of Maggie. So I'm really trying to peel those layers back. Um, but in my etiquette classes, and I shared with you all yesterday, some of the assignments they give us is to immerse ourselves into these experiences. So, for example, I needed to attend a tea service. So I've been sharing with you all tea at the Waldorf or at the St. Regis. I needed to go see a ballet. I needed to go to the symphony. I'm actually going tonight after this. I needed to go to a winery. So they give us different experiences to kind of put us in those environment so we can pick up, like what Waldo said, what people are doing around us. So I'm not the expert, but I'm here to help and share what I'm learning. Yes, thank you. Who do we have here? Before the Billions also has a YouTube channel. You all please check him out. He's got two YouTube channels. Young brother in the community, talks about pop culture and then also talks about technology. And I work with young men and older men like William from Before the Billions all the time. And I just want to make sure that that competitive streak doesn't stay on me. Yes, we have Genesis in the house. Oh my gosh, look at all you all coming in. Thank you so much. What does Rosalind say? I was at lunch with a friend and ate my pizza with a knife and fork. He was speechless. I said, I'm a lady in public. Honestly, Rosalind, I had an Airbnb guest from London who ate everything with a knife and fork, but in our um, elegant dining section, if it's finger food, you are to eat it with your fingers. So, like French fries, you would eat with your fingers, but mashed potatoes, you would eat with the fork. But I totally understand. What does Rodney say? I'm a part of Maggie's community. Yes, welcome. You all welcome. Everybody is welcome here. I like to do things that are uplifting and that bring us together. I am well aware of all the things happening around us, but I like to unite. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Spelman and the AU Center. Absolutely. What does Luke Hazley say? Exposure is ideal to apply your learning. Yes, you all. And, I've shared this in other areas, but I was one of those women living my life in my cul-de-sac, minding my own business, just doing my own thing. But when I heard lead attorney say, if you're over 35, start a YouTube channel because you have life experience that people want to know, I took that leap of faith and I'm having so much fun with you all now. So wonderful. Waldo says, absolute fantastic way to practice in social settings. Absolutely. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend, like we talked about yesterday. Have I ever stayed at the St. Regis or the Waldorf? No. They're $500 a night. I'm a mom. I cook for the family. I clip coupons. But you can go have a lunch or a tea and give yourself some exposure that may be in the budget. Or if you're daddy daughter or mommy daughter, take the little girls. You've seen people eat pizza with a knife and a fork. Yeah, I'm grabbing that slice. All right, let's keep going. So we've gone over one and two and three. Number four, don't shout to get the waiter's attention. Try to establish eye contact first. Whew. So this is dining etiquette, yes, but also just good manners. Don't snap at people. Hey, like we don't do that. If I'm at a restaurant and I need something, or at any place, I think trying to establish eye contact, like she said, because usually people are scanning the room, right? And then when you have their attention or when they have your attention, you can do a little like, excuse me, but you definitely don't shout across the room. You don't shout, period, in my opinion, unless you're outside. I've had to work on that. Um, and you don't want to be rude to the staff. Oh yeah, shout out to the lead attorney. We're all, learning so much from him. Y'all know I'm a proud student of lead attorney. I've taken both of his courses. I am in his mastermind, and I have a course now if anybody wants to learn how to monetize your passions. I have a course, link is in the description. You can preview it for free. Rodney is here for the eye contact. Yes, absolutely. What do they say? The eyes are the window to the soul. And yes, it's important to me because people can actually tell. I mean, you all see that I light up when I talk about this stuff, right? Ah, what does living out loud say? That kind of behavior is cause for the side eye. Yes, we're not shouting and we're not snapping. Yes, don't snap your fingers. And this thing right here where you clap to get attention, you don't need to make your point that way. What I've learned is less is more, and I'm a talker, clearly, but I've had to learn not only to slow down, not only to lower my volume, but to speak less and to think about what I'm going to say, not just, words out stream of consciousness, because people actually lean in and listen if you're not, if I don't hear you before I see you. Oh my gosh, look who's here. We have a new stream sponsor, Mr. Optional. You bought the appliances. You keep coming through and supporting at $50. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Kim K. Thank you, Luke Casely. We have a new stream sponsor. Mr. Option One says, I love this for the ladies. This is my type for sure. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Option One. So, oh, Kim K, did I have you in there? Oh my goodness. I hope I had you in there. Let me update this. You all know him and you love him. Mr. Option One. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But you all are giving me such encouragement. I really like literally was on the side of the bed this morning, like avocado toast etiquette. And I thought to myself, I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to do an etiquette stream. We'll keep it food related. We'll keep it dining etiquette. And if it totally bombs, we'll do avocado toast tomorrow. But thank you. And Terrell is here, also part of the lead attorneys community. Oh, he says you do an incredible job, Maggie. Thank you so much. And thank you, Mr. Option One. Yes, thank you for stopping by. Terrell is our principal. He is an educator in the community on his YouTube channel, also part of the lead attorney community. He breaks down education for the lay people, lets us know all about the things going on. Oh my goodness. What does Maya say? I was taught to place my empty glass near the edge of the table to initiate another pour. Yes. Now, if you're in a restaurant and the server's paying attention, hopefully they will, do that. And sometimes I do with the dishes. If I'm done, kind of make it easier for them to clean up. So that could work, but we definitely don't want to shout and we definitely don't want to snap our fingers at anyone. All right. So you all talking to each other. What does Kim K say? Shout out to Lead. His course is amazing. Yes, I've taken both of them, learning so much. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, Mr. Option One. Yes, he's a blessing. What does Kim K say? Miss Maggie, I can't even imagine you yelling. Y'all know I'm a boy mom. There have been times, y'all have seen me in the kitchen. I'm not even going to pretend like this is me. This is my journey I'm sharing with you all. I saw how I was becoming, and having two teenagers, I know they're going to be up and out soon. So I got to think about what do I want my golden years to be. But yeah, I can be loud, I can shout, I can use my outside voice on the inside. But without even knowing it, you all coming to my streams helps me to put into practice what I'm learning because it gives me a platform to get better every day. So thank you for that, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Oh, yes. Shout out to TLA. Shout out Mr. Option One. Hello, hello. We got Marie in the house. Marie, our resident trucker. Please be safe out on the roads. Thank you for being here, my dear. All right. So we've gone through number 1 through 4, number 5. Oh, dear. Don't blow your nose at the table. Excuse yourself. Okay. We really shouldn't have to say this, but it's in the dining etiquette, so we're going to talk about it. I'm going to add on to that, and I deal with this with the boys. Not only do you not blow your nose at the table, you don't want to groom yourself at the table. So you don't touch your hair, you don't comb your hair, you don't, you know, if you have something, that you can discreetly put in a napkin, that's one thing, but you don't pick your teeth with the toothpick. Anything that could be not hygienic. You don't do that. Other people are having a dining experience and other people are watching you. So if you need to, you excuse yourself and you go handle that. You all see me sometimes when I'm cooking. If I put too much pepper or whatever, excuse me, I'll step out of frame and I'll go blow my nose. And then I'll come and wash my continue cooking. But you definitely don't want to do that. All right. All right. Let's see what else we've got. All right, so we've gone 1 through 5. Let me keep going. And again, this is womanofelegance.com. This is her free handbook. So you can go get this for yourself. And there's several categories. I'm going over the dining portion with you all. Number 6, do not bite into bread. Break off a piece, spread butter onto your plate, and then spread it onto the bread. All right, you all, this one took me by surprise. I did not know. So if you go out to eat and the bread, or when you go out to eat and the bread basket or the rolls come, what did we talk about yesterday at tea? First of all, you don't just take the bread and then go straight to your mouth and eat it. No, you take your one. You always start with one. You allow others to help themselves and you put it on your plate first. Okay. And then the etiquette around this, what I've learned is that you never want to remove food from your mouth or something that you've already started to consume. So the only thing that should come to your mouth is what you're able to eat in one bite. That is why if you have a roll or a breadstick or a biscuit, you're to break off a bite-sized piece, put the rest of it down on the plate, and then you pop into your mouth the actual piece that you can chew and swallow so that you're not taking food away from your mouth. I didn't know that. I had to learn that because I'm a biter. The other thing with the butter, so if you're at a dinner table and the butter dish is there, you don't continue to go back to the butter multiple times. The proper etiquette is you take a cut of the butter for yourself and you put it on your bread plate. So you have your bread plate, you have your roll or your biscuit, muffin, whatever it is, and then you take enough butter that you're going to consume. You break off a little piece. You take the butter from your plate, you put it on the piece that you're going to eat, and then you eat the whole thing. So those are the two things. You break off only what can go in your mouth, and then you take one serving of the butter and you refill from that. I didn't know that, y'all. Oh, what does Kim G say? I tear the bread to bite and you break the tortilla chips. See, now I'm not good with tortilla chips because especially if it's like chips and salsa, but I probably couldn't order it when I'm out. If it's chips and salsa, if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to just try and like dunk it and put the whole thing in. But you all, again, and there are categories of food, right? Now, if you go out for burgers and fries, of course, you're at a pub or you're at a casual place. Enjoy yourself. I'm drinking my Walmart water out of a can. I shouldn't be, but this is really just about sharing what I've learned so that when you are in different circumstances, maybe out with a gentleman who pours for the lady first, then you'll know and you won't feel out of place. Oh dear, what does Waldo say? As a man, there's nothing more appealing and attractive than a woman with etiquette. Okay, ladies, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Uh-oh, what does Luke Casey say? Oh, did I put it on here? I have seen young ladies on different panels putting lip gloss on in non-makeup related live streams. Okay, ladies, let's talk about this. all types of grooming are to be done in private. And I'm sure there's reasons for that, but I mean, unless it's just like a quick little chapstick, but if you gotta fix your face or brush your hair or reapply your lipstick or do anything, you need to excuse yourself to the ladies' room. You don't do that around others. And so Luke Hazley is saying here, unless you have a channel where you're doing like makeup application, and y'all know I don't wear makeup, I just put lipstick on, but you very rarely, I don't think you've ever seen me put lipstick on in my stream. If I eat something or taste something and I notice in the camera my lipstick has come off, I'll step out of frame to refresh myself and then come back. Okay. So all grooming should be done in private. Okay. From the nose to the mouth to all of that. Maya says, wow, what is the wow for? Remind me. What does Genesis say? Excellent. You recognize the need for change. Thank you for saying that, Genesis. And yes, and again, you all know me and you know my family, but this has been my personal journey for my own reasons. I just want to be the best version of myself. And when I started studying, I wanted more of it. I really enjoy it. And so I'm glad I can share it with you all. Oh, yes. I'm just scrolling through. Oh, Luke Hazley says no double dipping with the tortilla chip. Oh my God, y'all. Yes. We shouldn't double dip at all. I know when I'm at home and I'm cooking and I'm tasting, even I tried. Genesis has seen my spoons. I try to get a clean spoon every time, but especially if you're eating with others, if you have brought something to your mouth, you do not put it back into a community like cheese dip or queso or salsa. You can pour the amount that you want on your own plate and then refill from that. But yeah, no double dipping. And I've seen, like at corporate events, I've seen people like get the soup and like bring it to their nose to smell. Like, just don't even get me started. Oh, goodness. What does Waldo say? I've been on enough dates and seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Uh-oh, ladies, the men are watching. Okay. So if this is important to you, again, it may be, it may not be. This is just, what I've been, who do we have here watching from the clouds? And on that note, cheers to the Walmart water. Y'all know this is my clear American black cherry, sugar-free, calorie-free. It really should be in a glass. My etiquette teacher would get me. And I shouldn't make a sound, but thank you for being here. Shout out to the Walmart water. So yeah, y'all, this is an Old Navy $8 dress. Yes, the pearls came from Nana, but y'all, I'm just like y'all. I just want to try to refine. Y'all are laughing. Oh my goodness, Mona, you're enjoying this? What does Kimchi say? A lady was powdering her nose at the table and you were people watching. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Any makeup applications, excuse yourself and go to the ladies' room. Full stop. If I had to guess why, it's because the way you show up, you want to maybe pretend like this is what I look like. Now, this is what I look like, save the lipstick, but yeah, all grooming in private. And that's good for our young men too, okay? What does Waldo say? Man, Waldo is active today. Waldo says, etiquette makes a man say, who's that lady? Oh, who's that lady? Sorry. Don't get me to start it. Y'all know I'll break out into song. Me and my outburst. What does Genesis say? Question, can you put a toothpick in the cheese plate for individual cheese chunks? Are you talking about to serve? Meaning like to take your cheese, like to use it as tongs. If that's what you mean, I don't see why not, but I can ask. Y'all, I'm no expert, but I think as long as it hasn't come out of your mouth, if you're just grabbing with a toothpick, if that's how it's been served, I don't see anything wrong with that, but I'll ask for you. Waldo says no dipping if you're not at home. Yes, absolutely. And when you're at home, do what you want to do. But I will say this, and I've learned this from my etiquette teacher. It is good to try to practice at home what you want to do outside, so it just becomes kind of who you are. Like for me, gestures, I used to just open doors hard and close cabinets hard, and I didn't even realize stuff was just banging all over the place. So now I try to slow down. Even when I'm home alone, I try to slow down and like move things more gently, so I don't just set things down and bang on the table. Like, we don't want to do that. What does Genesis say? Maggie, I'm going to change my name to Spoons Genesis. Absolutely, sweetheart. What does Lisa say? Great topic. I feel so basic as I hear the rules because I remember a lot of these rules. You all, it's never too late. It's never too early or too late. Y'all, I'm gonna be 50 in 3 years. And this is something that I've started doing. Once the boys got to be teenagers and I saw, they're living their life and I'm just the chauffeur. I'm like, what is important to me? And this is important to me. So we can always refresh. Even though I've completed the programs, I still go back for the monthly Q&As and I stay in these free Facebook groups because I want to be reminded. We have womb therapists. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to see the screen share, find Maggie, the substitute teacher, on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. We got Mama Bear Moments in the house. Thank you for being here, my dear. Also part of the Lead Attorney community, has a YouTube channel. Let us know what's coming next for you. We have Monarch Travel in the house. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Waldo says, you look beautiful, Maggie. Oh, thank you. It's raining out here, so I'm a little bit frizzed up, but thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, who shot John? I appreciate that. Brandon says, who are you kidding, Maggie? I drink the clear American. I have it in the fridge. Brandon, I have, um, this is the favorite in my house, the black cherry. I got the mandarin orange in honor of Wilbert, and I also got the pineapple coconut. So I should have it in a glass, but I don't. Oh, you guys are saying hello to everyone. Waldo is dancing. Who's that lady? Oh, what does Luke Casely say? I've observed some etiquette behaviors in the office, and that is the reason I'm not crazy about office potlucks. Don't even get me started. I'm so glad I work from home. I work for a software company, and honestly, you all, that's been a big part of me being able to work on some of these things privately because corporate America, and I've been corporate since college. I work for a software company, and I'm grateful. But corporate America, by essence, is very competitive. And so it does just kind of bring out a little bit more of that, for me, more masculine side. And that's not how I want to be all the time. So I'm working against that grain. But yeah, we could go down the whole rabbit hole. Y'all see me, I'm intentional about washing and wiping in the kitchen because not everybody does that. And yeah, I'll just leave it right there. What does Monarch say? Go to the restaurant and not washing your hands. Ooh, just sitting down to eat. Ooh, y'all have some pet peeves here. Oh, we have Oema, Afua in the house. Yes. Office potluck. Some of y'all are traumatized. I've seen it too. What does Brandon say? Good etiquette and table manners are small things that men notice. Ladies, listen. Oh my gosh, you guys, I could have. Okay, I'm going to share with you all. I haven't promoted it yet, but I'm thinking about doing like another either YouTube channel or Patreon or something where we can talk about these kinds of things because I never want to push it on anyone, but you all are giving me such great feedback here. Sorry. Brandon says good etiquette and table manners are small things that men notice. It can be the difference between Don Frisco's and Outback. Okay, forgive me. I've never heard of Don Frisco's. Can someone educate me? Maybe that's out west where you live. Y'all know I'm in Atlanta, but I am familiar with Outback. 2 for $20. So lame. Luke Casely says you can place a shot glass with toothpicks next to the cheese. Oh, yes, for appetizers, absolutely, for people to use. Hopefully, oh my God, I hope people don't put used toothpicks in the glass. No, no, no. Kim K says a lot of restaurants bring everyone at the table their own personal bowls of salsa. Can you double dip in your own personal bowl? I do. I may have to ask about that one too. Um, if it's my own personal bowl, I would. Maybe you're not supposed to. Maybe you're actually just supposed to, like Kim G said, break the tortilla. If it's too big of a tortilla that you can't put the whole thing in your mouth, maybe break the part that you can put in your mouth, dip that, just like the bread piece with the butter, and eat the whole thing. Honestly, anything that comes to your mouth, you should be able to, consume the whole thing. That's kind of the point. Genesis says, right, not from your mouth, the toothpicks. Yes, classy to have toothpicks. Who do we have here? Our class clown. None other than Petty Tendergrass. Wilbert says, I want my daughters to be classy and elegant like Miss Maggie, a breath of Wilbert says I'm a breath of fresh, sugar-free sugar. Yes, y'all, on my channel when I'm cooking, we're sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. Thank you, Wilbert. You all know him and you love him. Wilbert is in the building. Oh my goodness. You all, this means so much to me because I don't have daughters and I don't have sisters, and you see me wrangling these boys. So I'm glad that I am holding it together. Hi, Femininity TV. Thank you for being here. Oh my goodness, y'all, so much. All right, let's keep going. It's raining. Yeah, we lost power this morning. It was raining so bad in Atlanta. Let's move on to number 7. Do not scoop anything with your fork. Use the tines of your fork to pick up the food. Okay, now this one is new. I should have brought a fork here for show and tell, but you all know a fork, you've got the like stem part and then you have the fork pieces. So that's what they're calling the tine. So proper. And do I do this? No. But imagine you are eating peas or I don't know, something like that. You're not supposed to shovel your food. You're supposed to press into your food and then bring it to your mouth. That's a hard one though, depending on what you eat. But I'm just sharing with you all what I've learned. Do I always get it right? Nope. Okay, Mona said it. I was thinking it, but I did not want to say it because I know we have some animal lovers here. But yes, the animal lovers who let their animals jump on the counters and the yeah, potluck trauma. Mona says no potlucks. Oh, you guys, I can relate. I'm just trying to be nice. All right, let's keep going. All right, dining etiquette. Again, this is from womanofelegance.com. You can go and get your free copy. This is her free handbook. She also has a YouTube channel, and I've learned so much. So let's go back up here. So we got to number 7. Number 8. This is a big one, ladies. Never ask for a doggy bag to take away food in fine dining restaurants. Now, you're hearing this, I'm embarrassed to say, but oh my God. Not only did I used to take a doggy bag, but I used to ask for a to-go tea or to-go drink. I know, I know. Who does that? So you all, this has been a big one for me. But when you go out to eat, especially when you're in a nice restaurant or dining with others, it's not about you getting full. And then we've talked about, like, well, maybe not here. In other places, we've talked about, you know, taking food to go. This could be at the in-laws or whatever. Now, of course, if they offer, that's one thing, but people look at you and they talk about you. So if you're at a restaurant and they, offer, would you like me to box that up for you or bring it to the table? By all means. But I'm raising my hand. I'm embarrassed to say I have been to Red Lobster and I've asked for biscuits to go. This was before my journey, okay, you all. So I'm being a little vulnerable with you. I don't do that anymore because I can't really eat the biscuits like that. But yeah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Oh my goodness, y'all, I'm embarrassed. What does Waldo say? After watching people's home videos during the pandemic on YouTube, I cannot trust potluck food. You all, I really think about that often, and you all gave me some great feedback. A lot of the times when I'm wiping stuff, you don't see what I see, but I really try to make sure. And is my house perfect? No, but especially when you're cooking and cooking for people, be as hygienic as you can. What does Luke Hazley say? Oh yeah, stay safe, Brandon. Yeah, stay warm, stay dry, everybody where you are. I'm in Atlanta, and it was raining today. What does Kimchi say? I vote for. Maya says, do it, Maggie. I need this. What am I doing? Tell me. Living Out Loud says, oh, you don't even go to buffets. I struggle with buffets for other reasons. I don't eat that much anymore. At least I try not to. And I'm one of those people, if I see it, I want some of everything. Greedy. So I try to, when I go somewhere, even if the menu is too large, I ask them to recommend something and I just enjoy the experience because I know me and I can be indecisive. Waldo says Del Frisco is a very nice steakhouse. Okay. Okay, I'll have to look it up. Maybe we'll do a menu review. I will be in San Diego for the meetup, so maybe I'll have to check out Del Frisco. So the men are agreeing with each other. Oh, it's a high-end steakhouse. Oh, fancy. Okay, now I know. All right, y'all are laughing. Mona named him Petty Tendergrass. Y'all know Wilbert. We know him and we love him. Maya says no cats on the stove, no cats on the counters. When you're at home, do whatever you want to, but we do have to be mindful. I mean, even me at home, it's just out of respect if you're cooking for other people. Yeah, I don't even know why we have to say that. Yes, even the animal lovers agree, right, Miss Lucy? Uh-oh, what does Waldo say? When I sit down at dinner with a woman, if she takes a napkin and puts it over her lap, that's coming up next. I know she has some type of etiquette. Ladies, there's a whole napkin section, but let's keep going. Thank you, Waldo. Waldo's got the watching eyes, right? Waldo is watching. All right, so we're up to number 9. Don't answer your phone at the dinner table. Excuse yourself from the table. You all, this one is a pet peeve for me, and I am going to add on, what is up with this talking on speakerphone in public? In my opinion, it is incredibly rude. Nobody wants to hear your conversation in Target. You're shouting, and the person on the phone is shouting, and we're suffering to listen to this conversation because I wanted some cotton swabs? No way. All right, sorry for my rant, but yes, honestly, proper etiquette when you go to a restaurant, especially if you're dining with people, your phone should be off and in your bag or out of the way, because what did we talk about? Eye contact, right? Someone has invited you to dinner or you've invited someone to dinner. So at least be respectful and give them your full attention. However, if you are expecting a phone call, let's say the kids are with a sitter or you're expecting a phone call, proper etiquette is to let the people that you're with know, I'm so sorry, I'm expecting a call from the babysitter. Or whatever the case is, and then if the phone rings, you excuse yourself from the table and you go away from the table, handle your phone call, and then you come back to the table and engage with your guests. You do not carry a conversation on the phone at the table. It is incredibly rude. All right. Oh my goodness. What does Rodney say? You're loving the humor of the chat. Y'all are having a good time over here. I'm so glad y'all are loving this. We're going to do more. Brandon says Petty Murphy. Is it Petty Murphy or Petty Tendergrass? I forget, y'all, but y'all know Wilbert. hmm Waldo is dying. Oh no. Have you all seen this? Genesis says, serving the dog with the cooking spoon. I'm going to keep going. I have not seen that. I would be traumatized. We got Victoria in the house, also part of the lead attorney community, has a finance trading channel. Please check her out. Gifted us with the beautiful cutting board I use every day. Brandon gifted us with the microplane and the melting dome. I got to break that out. Yes. The doggy bags, y'all. Waldo is an agreement. So ideally, you would order something that you can eat to your satisfaction at the table. And if there's food left over, there's food left over. I'm just like y'all, right? I grew up with the clean your plate, and then it turned into a lot of challenges for me. I'm responsible for that. But especially in fine dining establishments, you definitely don't want to ask, can I have a to-go box? I've been there, I've done that. It's not the proper etiquette. Ah, uh-oh, Wilbert says never. Wilbert, we're on the etiquette. And if you see here, it says number 8, never ask for a doggy bag to take away food in fine dining restaurants. Now, if you're at Outback or my favorite Applebee's 2 for 20, have at it. Thank you for stopping by, Victoria. What does Miss Lucy say? I never did while dating my husband, but now, heck yeah, I'm going to take a good steak home. Okay. Hey, you all, I am just sharing with you what is in the Woman of Elegance free handbook guide. I've done it. If they offer, absolutely, but I try to be intentional about what I order and just eat there and enjoy. Excuse me. Victoria says she never asked for a doggy bag. Ah, clapping it up. What does Brandon say? They have a Del Frisco's in Atlanta. I didn't know that. I may have to see if I can go there. Y'all want me to go to Del Frisco's? I'm never going to get this weight off. But I was going to say I could go to Del Frisco's and we could do like a menu review and then I could order a good steak. Oh my gosh. Kim G says, agree. No to go on anything. Uh oh. We've got team to go box and team no to go box. Uh oh. Waldo says, I mean, if it's Red Lobster, but sure, if you're at Le Bernardines in New York, it's a no. You got this. Thank you. All right, you all, let's continue. Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Rodney's here for etiquette confessions. I've shared with y'all mine. I'm embarrassed to say not only did I ask for a to-go box, I used to ask for a to-go beverage. So they'd have to get me a paper cup and fill it with like sweet tea and a straw. So I had like a whole meal to go. Who does that? So embarrassing. Okay. So we're up to number 10. Let's continue here on the Woman of Elegance Dining Etiquette. Number 10, if your stomach is upsetting you, excuse yourself politely. Never declare I'm going to the facilities. Say, please excuse me, and then stand up and leave. I've even made this mistake on my stream, and Nana corrected me. She's like, Maggie, you don't need to say that you need a bio break. So even now, I'm getting better. So, we are not to announce where we're going or what we need to do. And y'all, I'm a boy mom. I've got two teenagers. I have seen all of the potty humor and heard all of it, but it's not proper etiquette. All you need to say is, please excuse me. And then you leave, take care of your business, and then you come back. So we don't need to announce where we're going. Okay? Does anybody else have any etiquette confessions? Rodney is asking, inquiring minds want to know. This is a safe space. This is the circle of trust. If you all want to share, clearly, I've made some mistakes, but I'm trying to get better. Oh my goodness. What is Rosalind saying? If I paid $50 for a steak and they offer a doggy bag, I'm taking it. Absolutely. So I wanted to make that distinction. I've been to restaurants too. Not only do they offer the box, they may even box it up for you at the table. That is different than you saying, can I get a to-go box? That's what you don't do at fine dining. But if they offer, absolutely. Absolutely. Y'all, we don't waste. Y'all see me over here. We don't waste food. I'm picking up kitchen snacks all the time. Afua says, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the $10. Sunitha sent $10 in Facebook stars. Thank you so much. They don't come through on the software that I'm using, but if you guys ever send Facebook stars, I want to shout you out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. What does Afua say? The way inflation is inflating, everything down to the sauce is coming home from a restaurant. Okay, I hear you. Hey, Sunitha, thank you so much for the Facebook stars. I appreciate that. I just shouted you out. And we have Kim Helm, also part of the lead attorney community, has a YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube if you want to see the screen share. I understand. And you guys, if you all are by yourself, that's different, or at home. Uh-oh, Waldo is still traumatized. He says this one guy had two cats putting paws in the pie. Let's carry on, class. Yeah, Maggie it would be a wrap. Thank you so much. All right, number 11. What did I say about the chicken wings? Do not chew on bones in public or slurp on soup or eat loudly. What do we talk about that? Your drinking should be silent, your eating should be silent. Be hyper aware of the way you are eating. If you are clumsy, be mindful of the type of food you are ordering to mitigate spillage and splashing. So, Woman of Elegance is based out of the UK, so you'll notice some of the language here. But yes, as much as I want chicken wings sometimes, I have to wait until I'm home alone to eat chicken wings. Have you all even seen me do chicken wings on a stream? Um, there are just some foods that of course, you could take little small bites, but y'all know you want to get in there. I want to get in there. So I don't do that, around others. Now, of course, if you're at a football party or whatever, that's fine. But this is, etiquette and elegance when you find yourself in situations where it calls for that. So the key is what she said here is be mindful. If you are clumsy, right? Like if you know, let's say you have shaky hands, I don't know, I'm making it up, and you go to a restaurant and they offer you a soup or a salad. I used to spill stuff on myself. I can admit that. And so you want to be mindful if you know you have that issue. Maybe you get salad instead of soup, or maybe you don't get a really like red sauce based tomato soup, or something that if you get a little spill, you can do a simple blot. But just be mindful when you go out, as much as it's about the food, it's even more about the experience and the company that you're with, whether it's work related, family related, relationship related. So this is not the place like, oh yeah, I can't wait to tear into these ribs. There's a time and a place for that. All right. Oh, let me see what you guys are saying. Rodney says, you're in Oregon. I've never been to Oregon. It's always raining. Yeah, that Pacific Northwest, right? Absolutely. What does Mama Bear Moment say? I avoid buffets because I don't eat meat. Cross contamination happens too often. Yeah, that's a thing. You all know. I mean, we've talked about food allergies and food sensitivities, and you all know I can eat anything. Some things are better for me than others. That's why I do the sugar free, dairy free, and gluten free. But if people have real dietary restrictions for religious reasons or whatever personal reasons, you just want to be really mindful of that. And yeah, sometimes people cook their vegetables with bacon. So, I understand. What does Luke Hazley say? Do the etiquette channel. You could make a wife school type channel. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I'm going to share something with you. I have never revealed this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm saying this. I have a confession. Before he passed, I actually booked a session with Kevin Samuels. I put it off several times because I was nervous he was going to be mean, right? And it's not for my own evaluation. I am well aware that I am average, and I accept that. I have other skills and value, but I always used to get convicted whenever Kevin would say, where are the older women to teach the young? And whether or not you agreed with Kevin Samuels, I did feel that calling and that responsibility because I'm a boy mom, and now I see what's in the world and I care about their future. And a lot of us just don't know. And so I booked a session with Kevin and I asked his permission because I had a project that I wanted to do with his blessing. And I wanted it to be behind the privacy of his Patreon because I know Kevin was a very polarizing figure and he meant well, but a lot of people disagreed. And Maggie don't want the smoke. Y'all know, I like it to be happy and wholesome. And I met with him to talk about creating a space where women could, the older women could teach the younger women. We could share, relationship etiquette, just all kinds of personal development. Long story short, I am so glad that I did. He was incredibly gracious to me, and he gave his blessing. And for the better part of a year now, I have been with several other ladies who are passionate about this work. Been part of a community that Kevin actually named, and he called it the Wives Club. And so every week we would get together and we would do our own private reaction videos to Kevin's content, our lessons learned, our action items, and ways that we can improve all of our outcomes. And so I have been doing that for a year, and we continue to do the work behind the scenes. And when you say wife school, that really, that really hits home with me because I firmly believe, and then we're going to go back to the dining etiquette. Whether you are currently married, formerly married, or want to be married, you should carry yourself as a wife. Wives move differently. Kevin always used to ask that. And sometimes people just don't know how. And I have a lot of experience. Married for 10 years, divorce, co-parenting, long-term relationships, all of that stuff. And so we have so much that we can offer in our community. So that one touched me, Luke Hazley. So that's all I'll say about it for now. But I've been thinking about a way to share more. So thank you for that. Okay, sorry. Victoria says, I cook enough for the day, no leftovers, and you dislike buffets. Absolutely. That's probably the best thing to do. The best food is like cooked fresh and then you eat it. I mean, who doesn't, eat leftovers from time to time? I'll eat leftovers, but if you can cook it fresh and enjoy, absolutely. Victoria says cake leftovers don't count. Yeah, I know. That's the problem, though. I can have one slice and then I got to give it away because I'll keep forking at it. But if you all look, I made a short today. I hope I've posted it. I did my applesauce cake with gelatin and sugar-free gelatin, berries, dairy-free whipped cream, and the blueberry sugar-free sauce. So good. Waldo says you're going to go to Frisco's and send me pictures to review. I love that. If you all want to do that, if you all ever go out and you enjoy your meal, send them my way. I'm Maggie, the substitute teacher on everything. Inbox me your pictures and we'll do a stream looking at the menu and looking at what you had. Absolutely. Uh-oh. What does Waldo say? Ladies, I be watching. The men are always watching. That's one of the things we learned. Oh. Yes, napkins, absolutely. Oh my God, that speakerphone shouting. I will cut the side eye so bad. Yes, and phones off of the table. Phones off and off of the table. Have your conversation away from dinner. What does Rosalind say? When it happens on public transportation, no one wants that. I know, and you're enclosed in the subway or whatever, you can't get away from it. I used to, y'all know I used to be an executive for the Coca-Cola company and I had a long commute both ways. And sometimes I'd be on the bus and I'm telling you, I survived with earphones because I just can't with people. Uh-oh, what does Waldo say? And also there's male etiquette as well. The men need to learn, for example, get the seat and usher the lady to sit in it and the car door and all those nice things. I know, it's so fun. Okay, let's keep going. Then I'm going to come back to the comments. You all, this is so nice. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I'm so happy you all are enjoying this. Okay, so we got up to number 11. Let's keep going. How many are there? Okay, we only have 16, so good. Number 12. Eating soup, sit 2 palm lengths from the table. Don't lean in to eat. Okay, so basically this means that, 2 palm lengths, you would basically have your soup. Think of your dinner plate and then your soup bowl, on the dinner plate. But basically, you are to bring the food to you. You are not to lean into the food, okay? So you're supposed to keep your posture. That's one thing that I've had to work on. And then you're supposed to get a small enough amount that you can bring it to your mouth and eat that bite, like we've talked about, whether it's, bread or soup or salad or anything like that. So basically, no hunching over. And y'all, as a boy mom, I have seen the boys literally put their chin on the table and like scrape the food into their mouths. And I'm just like, are you homeless? Really? Oh my goodness. What does living out loud say? I can cook in an untidy kitchen when cooking for just me, but when cooking for the masses, my kitchen is operating room clean. Yeah, absolutely. And you all, I have little pockets. I have a problem with paper. Sometimes I don't get to the mail as much as I need to, but as far as kitchens and bathrooms, yeah. You all see me clean before and clean during and clean after. What does Genesis say? Personal things you hear from those speakerphone conversations. Why do people want to share that? I'm just like, nobody cares. Please get an earpiece. What does Waldo say? Oh, heck nah, not the cooking spoon. Yes, with the pets. I don't even, and you all know mom taught me to taste your food as you go. I have a whole container. Genesis knows I have a whole container of tasting spoons. I'll take a spoon, I'll taste, and then you'll hear it. It goes in the sink. We don't do that. And I don't even have pets, but absolutely not. What does Lucchese say? It's actually embarrassing to be talking on the phone about your personal business for others to hear. To me, that's one more attention seeking behavior of this modern society. Uh oh, we strike a nerve with Lucchese. Don't even get me started. Yes. And I'll say this one thing that I've learned too. I know we're talking about dining etiquette, but I'll give you all a freebie that I've learned. One of the things that I probably had to work on this too, but one of the things, when Luke Casey talks about etiquette and attention seeking behavior, ladies, the bragging thing, or talking about all the wonderful experiences and all the wonderful places we've gone, even I have to work on that. It translates to competitive, which translates to masculine. It's much more becoming for someone to say, "Oh, did you know Maggie an author?" I'm not. "But did you know Maggie does this?" Or, "Kim does this," as opposed to, "Oh, yeah, and I'm this, and I'm a boss, and I have this and whatnot." Just listen more, learn more. And if you don't lead with your accomplishments, it's actually more intriguing if you don't have to have all of the attention. Um, your reputation precedes you. So allow other people to speak on your behalf. And that's all I'll say. That's not dining related, but a little peek into what I've had to learn. What does Waldo say? Usually fine dining has small servings anyway. There's nothing to take home. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes I'm still hungry after the 3 courses. I know. And I mean, you all see me. I cook at home. I cook for the family. When you go out to eat, yes, it's more about the experience, and that's why it's a treat. I don't know about you all, but I don't dine out every day. I mean, I've done some over this holiday break, but I'm actually enjoying these types of chats that we have because I can eat less. Absolutely. What does Afua say? Great point about being intentional about what you order and how much. Yes, so be mindful of that. Make sure you're ordering something that you can eat neatly and quietly, and don't order so much that you're going to feel like you want to take something to go. All right, let's keep going and I'll come back to the chat. You all are doing great. This is so much fun. All right, number 13. Uh-oh, Maggie, pay attention. When wearing lipstick, discreetly use a hand mirror to check for blotting and teeth staining. So, again, this one goes back to the grooming. I try to check the mirror before I go live with you all to make sure I don't have anything on my teeth. But if you just need to, pop a little look in the mirror, just check. If you need to fix anything, excuse yourself and go. That applies if you have anything in your teeth. Don't sit at the table with the toothpick. No, don't do that. If you need to reapply lipstick or brush your hair or anything like that, excuse yourself to the ladies' room. Take care of that and come back refreshed. Oh my goodness. Oh, what does Kim Ji say? My grandma's number one rule is to say excuse me when leaving the table for anything. Yes, absolutely. Yes, and there's nothing, I was gonna say there's nothing like when a gentleman stands up when you stand up. It's so nice. Oh, Genesis says, yes, I've stopped off and gotten a hero burger. So here's the thing that you all, it is absolutely okay to eat something before you go. Really, it's good etiquette to do so. You all have seen me gone to the teas, and I know it's going to be little finger sandwiches and pastries. And for me, it's an opportunity to be in a nice environment and practice some of these things. But I absolutely eat before I go. You don't want to go to a house party or a dinner with someone and you're famished because one, you're not presenting yourself the best. All you're thinking about putting out that fire in your belly and you're not really there to enjoy. And then it's, especially if it's a house party, and you all know if you've ever hosted and you're trying to get the last things ready and people are like, is it ready yet? Is it ready yet? So yes, have something with some protein that'll kind of hold you, maybe some deli meat, some chicken breast, a smoothie, just something. Maybe you had the burger before, so you're in a good mood and you're making good conversation and eye contact. hmm Yes. Waldo, a gentleman should get up as you depart. Oh my goodness, you all. We're going to be throwbacks now. Uh-oh. And here comes Wilbert. Who doesn't like a good cat paw? Pumpkin pie. Moving on. Uh-oh, Kim G. No burping at the table. Your training airs already. Oh my God. All bodily functions should be done discreetly. I don't even know why we have to say this, but we do. Y'all, I'm a boy mom. I've got boys that will chug a soda, and then y'all know what they do. It's ridiculous. And I look at them like they're ridiculous. But, you know, proper etiquette. When we took mom to tea at the St. Regis, I had the talk. Y'all saw them standing there looking crazy. But yeah, we're not going to do that. You want to act like you've been somewhere, right? Like Maggie's your teacher. Y'all don't do potlucks either. I know Wilbert is just doing the most. Oh, what does Living Out Loud say? No burping. I've got $1 for the one who burps the loudest. Okay, uncouth. Yeah, we are not encouraging that behavior. Marie says, I dine by myself. Is it inappropriate to have reading materials? Great question. I don't think so, but I will ask for you, Marie, because it is sometimes nice to just go. You all see, sometimes I go out just as one. And for me, usually I'm just enjoying the silence. But can you read and dine if you're by yourself? I will ask my etiquette teacher. And you all feel free to ask questions. Again, if you want the free Facebook group, I will drop the link for you. I posted it on yesterday's stream for the tea service. But yes, I'll find out. I don't think so, but let's find out. We have Ebony in the house. Thank you so much for coming through here. Hello, my dear. Ah. What does Waldo say? If it's not fine dining, it's absolutely perfect. Go ahead and get your read on. Yes, and that's actually, um, you know, it can make you stand out because what is everybody doing when they're out? This thing. So if you actually have a book, makes you stand out. Oh, Oregon is beautiful. Yes, absolutely. Rest in peace. Yes, absolutely. Oh my goodness. All right, you all, let's continue. All right. This one is hard for me. Number 14. It ends at 16, y'all, so we have 3 to go. Do not ask to taste another's food. By all means, compliment it, but that's all. I'm guilty. I'm greedy. I'm guilty. So this is something that I have to be mindful of. I'm that person that I would love to order like multiple appetizers and taste everything, like 2 bites of everything. But proper etiquette is if you're dining with someone and their plate comes and that steak is looking incredible, just say so. That looks incredible. Do not ask if you can have 2 of their French fries. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. But yeah, we're not supposed to do that. Now, of course, if they offer, it's very different if someone offers, but we don't need to take our team greedy outside of Maggie's kitchen. Oh, what does Miss Lucy say? Maggie, we can make a panel and collab for the wife school. Ooh, you guys would like that? I would love to talk more about that. I'm a little bit nervous though. I just like, but I'm seeing how much you all like this, so I'm definitely open, Miss Lucy. We'll exchange information. Absolutely. Yes, rest in peace. He left such a legacy, and such a community, I'm telling you. Yes, we miss him. What does Waldo say? Yes, Maggie. Hashtag boy mom, hats off to you for raising 2 awesome young men and sharing your life experience. Thank you, Waldo. I appreciate that. I didn't think anybody would care, but look at me now. All right, down to the last 2. Number 15. Do not lean or reach across the table to grab anything, but ask for it to be passed to you. Okay, so if you are out and you're dining with others, and let's say the hot sauce, the salt and pepper, the whatever, the bread basket, you definitely do not get up and lean over people's food and start grabbing what you want. Absolutely not. You ask, may you pass the salt and pepper or the bread or whatever. And usually, like if you're sitting at a round table, you're supposed to make sure everything makes its way around and everybody has been served before you start eating, and always wait for the host to start eating. Oh my goodness. Genesis says, yes, Mr. Samuel was no holds barred. He did have a good heart. And I believe he believed he had a sense of urgency for a reason. I'm so glad that I reached out. You all like that? The Wives Club? We have a catalog, and I would never do this without the other ladies who are involved, but gosh, we have a catalog of probably over 60 videos recorded in the Patreon. They're still there. You can join the Kevin Samuels Patreon, even at the $5 level. Go over to the community tab. We are now also in his private Facebook group, The Mix. So I definitely like to share what I've learned, and seems like it's helping. Wilbert just answered your question. If you go to the Patreon, the Kevin Samuels Patreon, I will drop the link. You can go to the community tab, but it is, you know, something that I wanted to do for members. Honestly, I never want to act like I'm telling people what to do. This is my own personal journey. If it's helpful, that's great. If not, I completely understand. But I'll see if I can find the link for you too. Yeah, but anybody can join the Patreon. Yeah, just pick whatever tier that you want, and it's there on the community tab. And it was behind the scenes because I didn't want any smoke, but you all are really putting something in my mind now. But yes, more is to come. All right, and then the last one here, number 16. Do not have the mindset. Oh, sorry. What does she say? Do not have the mindset of going to a fine dining establishment to become overly full with food. It is a gastronomic experience with plush ambiance, not a buffet to stretch the gut. So, what did we just say there? If you have the opportunity to go somewhere that's upscale or fine dining, go for the experience. Definitely eat something before if you feel like, you're famished, so you can enjoy the experience and enjoy the company. But yeah, this is not the place to leave waddling out of there. So, yes, this was just the dining etiquette portion. And again, this is the Woman of Elegance handbook. Woman of Elegance, Afua has, you can see basic etiquette here, conversation etiquette, so many different things. If you all want to talk about more in a future stream, we absolutely can. Or I've got some time here. I can show you all some of her paid resources. I'll just highlight them because I never want to hijack anybody else's content. But she has YouTube videos for free. She has a free Facebook group, and I will drop the link one more time just so you all can have it. And I'm all about personal development. What does Victoria say? You freeze your desserts? Absolutely, nothing wrong with that. Genesis says wives move differently. I really believe that because if you all remember, and again, whether you agreed with him or not, if you remember, Kevin Samuels always used to ask, "Are you a wife?" And it even took me by surprise. I'm like, no, she's single. She's looking for someone. But what that means is if you are already operating as a wife, a man will see you and say, "Oh, I see what I'm looking for." Maybe. What does Wilbert say? Um, I'm trying to get all the good information for my daughters. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kim K is say no to the potlucks. Just say no. What does Victoria say? Growing up, my dad refused to eat leftovers. Yeah. So it was fresh food every day. I can understand that. Now when my parents come over to eat, there's no buffet. They get one plate, they get a dessert and a salad. I hear you. Waldo says no slurping sounds with the soup. Yes, your eating and drinking should be silent. So if you can't drink hot coffee or hot tea or hot soup without slurping it, and you're not supposed to blow on it either, that's poor etiquette. I had to learn that. If you can't eat it neatly, order something else that you can have and practice at home. There's nothing wrong with, making a hot tea, holding maybe just pour your water in a wine glass and practice holding it by the stem when you're at home. So just like, we practice walking in heels, right? So give it a try at home. Kim says it's more impressive when others speak about you than when you speak about yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very off putting to say, and I did this, and I did that, and I did this, and I did that. Be humble, be modest. It'll come out. Maybe they shouldn't order so much. Yeah. Yeah. Again, we don't want to get super, super full. It comes off as grandstanding and it's off putting. You all are right there. Exactly. We don't need to do that. Let your work speak for itself. Maya says, Maggie, I just ordered tons of glass straws. So you're saying this is a no no? I have my metal straws. Y'all see me drink out of straws all the time. This is not about me being perfect because I'm not. I like a straw. Um, Send me the link. I'd like to see the glass straws you got, if you don't mind. Um, but this is just about if I were out or if I were in company. I know I'm here with y'all on the internet, but I shouldn't be drinking out of a can and I shouldn't be drinking, with a straw. But at home, absolutely. When I make smoothies, straws. What does Afua say? I gotta drop, but you beautiful folks have yourself a lovely evening. Good night, Maggie and chat. Absolutely. We got about 20 more minutes. I am going to be going to the symphony tonight. So let's see. We made it through that list, and I've dropped the link for you all so you can get your own free handbook. So that's why I wanted to go over that one in detail. But I'm just going to show you all. She has some other paid resources. So I also ordered, she has another one that's a guidebook. I'm just going to show you at a high level. These resources are out there. I've actually started, Anna Bay is having like a 1 week boot camp. If anybody's interested, it's $20. And it's kind of like if you make New Year's resolutions, which I don't, it's about goal setting and getting really crystal clear. There's 5 lessons, one day for each day of the week. And then you have a homework assignment to really laser focus on what you want to be different in 2023 about your own personal development. So if anybody's interested in that, I'm happy to share. All right, so this is a woman of elegance. This is Vivienne, and can I make it? All right. Am I sharing? All right, so I'm going to show you all just at a high level. This is the Become Elegant in 30 Days guidebook that she sells for $20. And y'all, none of this stuff is sponsored. I'm just sharing with you all the investments that I've made. She does have a dining section in here, so I'll just highlight it quickly, but you all can go to her website and you can get the guide for yourselves, okay? So the Ultimate Elegance Guide, she's got a section on dressing and grooming, very important. So you can see it's 30 different things to do, one for each day of the week. Posture, that's been a big one for me. Conversation, being discreet. That's a whole topic in itself. Gosh. All right. Body language. What did I say? I've had to work on my gestures. Oh my gosh. Oh, dining etiquette. All right, so I want to just highlight what she says about dining here. And I believe this guide was, somewhere between $12 and $20, so not that much. All right, some of this we've already covered, so I'll just go through it quickly. So again, know your table manners. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Keep your handbags, your phone, and your personal belongings off the table. Don't prop your elbows on the table. Pass food from right to left. So if you're sitting at a round table, it comes in on your right, you serve yourself, and then pass it down to your left. Do not lean over to collect items. Ask the person nearest the item to pass it to you. The bread basket, the salt and pepper, any of that stuff. Take a few scoops of food to your plate at a time. Eat slowly and with your mouth closed. No talking with food in your mouth. That's a huge one. Men and women. That's been big for me. Eating slowly. Hey, Linda, thank you for being here. If you want to see the screen share, you can find Maggie, the substitute teacher, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I've had to work on slowing down, not only in my speech, but in my movements. I used to just move around really fast. Like, where am I rushing to? Being home has really helped me a lot, but also in eating. You don't want to shove it down. I know sometimes when you're hungry, that's why you want to eat something before you're going to be around people. Thank you, Maya. You want to be You want to be mindful of, if you're eating like tomorrow will never come. Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you all so much for being here. Uh-oh. What does Luke Casely say? The bragging is also off-putting for any potential suitor that might be thinking to do something special for you. Oh my gosh, I was just talking to someone earlier about that. What if he's trying to take you to Belize and you say, I've been to Belize many times? Just had this conversation earlier, and sometimes I have to be mindful of this. When I tell you all I've been to Paris or whatever, I always try to relate it to the food. But yes, I remember. I'll just share this experience. When I was married years ago, our honeymoon was a cruise to Alaska, what my ex-husband wanted. So I said, I'll plan the wedding stuff, girl, and you pick where we're going for the honeymoon. So anyway, it was my first cruise, never been on a cruise before. Everything's brand new to me. I'm so excited. I'm having a great time. I remember coming back from the honeymoon and telling an older lady that I worked with about this cruise that I went on and how it was so nice. And all she had to say was how they really gone down in service. They used to give you lobster every night. Now it's just one dinner. They used to have robes and slippers in the room. And she was just kind of poo-pooing the thing. And I was like bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I've never been anywhere. It was wonderful for me. And I never forgot that. So just be mindful how much you share about your experiences, because to Miss Lucy's point, somebody could be trying to plan something really nice for you. Um, yeah, I just remember like even the kids, like when they make something, just, appreciate it. Ah, oh dear. What does Brandon say? Burping at the table is an instant check, please. That's a turn off, ladies. You hear it from the high value men. Be mindful. Yes. So, and again, if you know, and I probably should be drinking still water, but if you know that, you're going to be loud, don't get the soda. Get a tea. Get something that you can manage. You don't want to make a bad first impression. Kim says, I've had a book many times at the table when you dined alone. I will ask about that. I love that question. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, too. Oh, y'all are still talking about Del Frisco's. Absolutely. And there's one in Atlanta. Maybe I'll have to go for research purposes. All right. So let's see what else she has in the ultimate, just for the dining section. So we talked about table manners. All right, using utensils correctly. Was it living out loud? Someone asked about this one. Start with the cutlery at the farthest. Okay, so that means on the outside. So if you have several, work your way in towards the plate. Start with the cutlery. You can tell she's British. At the farthest end, work your way in with each new course. Hold the fork and knife by the handles, using your forefinger on the top and your thumb underneath. Hold the fork in your left hand and the knife in your right. Cut and shovel the food on with the knife. At no point should you turn your fork around and continue eating in this manner. Okay, so not shoveling it in. You're supposed to oh, it's hard. Excuse yourself without announcing where you're going to if you have to leave the table during dinner. Never blow your nose into a napkin and at the table. All right, so we've talked about that. You all see me use a fork to scoop stuff up. Like I'm just thinking something like mashed potatoes or something that can move. But ideally, just so you all know, and again, this is not that I do everything perfectly, but I want to know, you're actually supposed to have the fork like prongs or pongs down, and then you just use the knife to kind of scrape some, press into the meat, and then you could scrape a little mashed potato on it with the knife, and then you bring it to your mouth and eat. Oh my goodness. What does Miss Lucy say? Is it acceptable to read a book while at a restaurant? Cora question. Oh, who's Cora? Is this like a robot? No, it's not acceptable unless you're eating alone. There you go. Of course, that would be rude if you were with company, right? It's just like being your phone on your phone. Uh-oh. What does Wilbert say? Oh, I'm behind, y'all. Number 14. Everyone is guilty of this. What was number 14? Let me go back and look. What did I miss, y'all? I'm behind. So we'll finish this up and then I'll just do the chat. Number 14 said, do not ask to taste another's food. Yes, we're guilty, Wilbert. I'm guilty. Very guilty. So ladies, we should not be doing that, okay? Don't ask to taste their food. All right. Reading a menu. Familiarize yourself with restaurant menus and how to decipher what is what. If you are unsure, ask. A 7 course dinner menu includes hors d'oeuvres, soup, appetizer, salad, main course, dessert, and I don't know what this is. I'm going to look it up. I don't even, mig, I don't know. Let me just Google it really quick. Migdernaise? Oh, it's a dessert, bite-sized dessert. Okay, I didn't know. Find out what goes into each dish before you order. Ask your host or the waiter. This is the most important if you're dining intercontinental or at an exotic hotel. Don't hold your menu up to your face or lay it down flat on the table. Prop it against your midriff and the table, so at your waist, and then use the edge of the table to keep it down here so you can look and maintain eye contact. The biggest hack, you all, the internet is your friend. There's no reason to go in blind. If I'm going to a restaurant for the first time, I will Google the restaurant and I will look at the menu, especially if I were dining with coworkers or anybody, because I know I can be indecisive and I'm like, what do I get? I will scan the menu ahead of time so I know what they offer. So you can definitely do that. You can find out ahead of time, if there's parking, if there's valet, if they charge for it, any of that stuff. So do some research ahead of time so you don't embarrass yourself. What does Kim say? The reaching over I can't stand. Yes, just ask someone to pass it. Don't be rude. Don't reach over someone else's food. Just say, will you please pass, or may pass. What does Brandon say? Oh dear. Number 14 is another turn off for me. Don't just assume you can eat off my plate. Ask first. Now we have learned, ladies, we really shouldn't even ask. If they offer, would you like to taste it? Okay. But all we can do is compliment. That looks incredible. I'm guilty. Okay. But they don't like that. Oh my goodness. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh my gosh. They are telling us about ourselves, y'all. Uh-oh. Eating out with others. Make it a point to arrive on time. Fold the napkin into a rectangle shape and place it on your lap. The host orders food first before the guest. Order foods that are easy to eat. Wait for other guests at the table to have their food served before you start eating. Please don't just dive in as soon as you get a plate. That's incredibly rude. Eat at the same pace with your host and stop eating when they do. Contribute your part if the bill is shared. Do not take leftovers home. Remember to tip the waiter. Refresh your makeup at the ladies' room and not at the dinner table. So we've talked about several of those, and you all can see the wine glasses here. Hold by the stem, by the stem, by the stem. This is what got my attention. So that will be our last section on afternoon tea, since you all know that's a favorite pastime of mine. Ah, what does Luke Hazley say? The TikToker is wanting to date to buy food for her kids. Oh my God, you all have heard that. I have so many opinions. I will not share them here. I just think I can't even imagine. Ugh. We'll save that for Maggie's other channel. I'll go ahead and say it here. I have another channel. I have not advertised it, and everything there is hidden. But if you want to look up Teachable Moments with Maggie, I'm building another channel for all of this non-food stuff. If you want to find it and subscribe, that would be great. But that's where the non-related food stuff is going to go. Teachable Moments with Maggie. All right. Genesis says, it's not a mukbang. No, y'all, that's not what this is. Oh my goodness, that's not elegant at all. And I'm the greedy one. Kim says, I don't like noisy eating, but I don't mind hot tea sipping. You love tea so much. I understand. Yeah, I mean, I know people who slurp and sip, and it's not the end of the world. We actually talked about this yesterday. It's actually poor etiquette to correct someone else. But be mindful. People are watching. Now we know the men are always watching, and people will form opinions about you. So if you want to act like you belong, these are some of the rules. If it's helpful, that's great. What does Rodney say? Humility is good etiquette in any environment. Absolutely. What does Marie say? Maggie, you do so many fun and entertaining things. You're an inspiration. Ah, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just, it's so many things, getting healthier, feeling better, moving better, the boys getting older, I have more time. Like, this is just, I put my toe in the water and I'm diving in. I absolutely love it. Genesis says $20 is very reasonable. Oh, yeah, for the booklet, yes, you can review it. Let's go to this last section on afternoon tea. This is what prompted me because I just went to tea service for New Year's Day. Afternoon tea etiquette. Notice again, they're holding by the stems. The saucer stays on the table unless you're standing, okay? So you all know a teacup and a saucer. If you're sitting at a table, you only pick up the teacup. If you're standing, like at a garden party, like I go to garden parties, then you would hold the saucer and the teacup. But if you're seated, you do not pick up the saucer and the teacup. I know, right? All right. For those ladies that are going to tea, pour your tea first before the milk. Okay, so I've been making my coffee wrong, but yes, you want to pour your tea and then whatever cream or sweeteners after. We talked about this yesterday. Stir your tea forwards and backwards and not in circles. Okay, so up and down, 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. That's how you stir your tea. You don't do this thing right here, right? Don't blow on your tea to cool it down or soup or anything. You're really not supposed to blow at a table. Hold your teacup by pinching your index and thumb between the loop. Place your middle finger underneath. So no pinkies up. I know we talked about that, but you actually want to keep your fingers tucked under, okay? Look into your cup while drinking and not around you. So not this. So- All right. So when you drink, you look into the glass and then you make eye contact, okay? So don't be creepy. Sandwiches are eating first before the scones. We talked about that yesterday, and then the cake. So when you have your food for tea, it's usually a tower, a tiered tower. Usually sandwiches are at the bottom. You eat those first. Everybody finishes the sandwich. They will continue to refresh them. We talked about this yesterday. Then the scones. Scones, I've been mispronouncing as scones, but they're the texture of a biscuit with the sweetness of a muffin. Okay, you open them up, do your butter, clotted cream, jam, marmalade. Then you eat those open face. You never close them back to a sandwich. Then when everyone is done with the scone layer, then you go to the pastries at top, macaroons, the eclairs, all of that. So much fun. Okay. Sandwiches eaten first, then the scones and the cakes. Use your fingers to eat the scones. So we talked about that. If you're eating finger food, it is the proper etiquette to use your hands. Pizza, fries, finger sandwiches, any of that stuff, absolutely use your hands if it's appropriate. Don't put your cup upside down when done. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's not what you do. All right. Let's see what you all have here. Then I'm going to, oh my gosh, Waldo, yes, we don't want to do that. Ladies, don't announce what you're going to do. Just say, please excuse me. When you walk away, people will put two and two together, okay? So yes, let's not announce. Even me, you guys probably noticed I stopped saying I need to take a bio break. My mom got on to me about that one. It's so easy to slip into just being lax. So this is why I continue to stay on top of this. Wilbert says, I wonder where all these bad manners according to etiquette training came from in society. You know what? I will ask, but and this etiquette teacher, these two are out of London. We talked about this yesterday in tea, and for those of you all who missed it, the history of afternoon tea comes from, I think, a duchess or somebody in royalty. Dinner was like 8 p.m. She was hungry in the middle of the day. She asked the server to bring her some tea and some sandwiches from the kitchen for the afternoon just to hold her over. And it started to become a daily ritual. And then she started inviting her friends over, and it kind of became this high society thing for the wealthy. And just like, stuff starts with the upper class, and then those of us in the middle class want to copy it. And that's the tradition of tea. So I'm sure a lot of these etiquette rules kind of start with royalty. Look at the way that we get married and bridesmaids and ladies in waiting and all of that. None of us are royalty, but we do all of that same stuff. So I'll see if I can find some more history for you, Wilbert, but that would be my guess at it. What does Genesis say? Facts. The internet is your friend. You can't say I don't know anymore. Everything can be looked up. Absolutely. Maggie, can you drop the link to your second channel? Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, I will pull it up. There is nothing on there because I have content, but everything is like made unlisted because I wasn't ready. But I've been um, building out some more content. So yes, let me see if I can pull it up for you. And then wait a second. How do I? All right, I'll have to find it. Mm. You all like this stuff. I can't believe it. I mean, I can believe it, but I just never want to seem pretentious. I never want to act like, oh, this is me. I woke up like this. I'm a regular. I'm just like y'all. I'm just a mom, but I just want to improve. I just want to improve myself. Oh, I have 8 subscribers. Check me out, you all. Oh my goodness. All right. How do I get you all the link? Oh, let me find my channel. Teachable Moments with Maggie. Oh, I need to get an actual URL. All right. So I did have 10 Plus Sounds make me a banner so you all can subscribe there. But this is going to be down the line. All right. So we're going to wrap up because I am going to the symphony. Let's go to the last thing here on tea. So you all have it. Let's see here. Okay, if someone is inviting you to tea, respond with the RSVP. Let your host know if they should expect you or not. Yes, please respond to people. It's rude to show up unannounced. Oh my goodness. And don't bring people who weren't invited. Dress appropriately and arrive on time. Bring a gift if you're dining at someone's home. That's just good etiquette anyway. When you're going to someone's house for the first time, always bring a gift. Something, flowers if they don't have allergies, wine if they're not averse to alcohol, maybe some chocolates if they can have it, a table book, but something, okay? If someone's inviting you to their home, be gracious. Familiarize yourself with the other guests and make small talk. Yes, it's not just about you. Appreciate the host, thank them for the food. Don't leave the table with a toothpick in your mouth. My goodness. Chat for a few minutes before leaving. Join in tidying the table only if your hosts ask for assistance, and don't leave late. So don't, insert yourself. Just respect somebody else's home, and don't overstay your welcome, right? Yes, don't be creepy. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. If a man puts his pinky, Waldo, gosh, no. Goodness gracious. All right, y'all. I am just scanning it. This was so much fun. Marie says, I'm going to be the most sophisticated, dainty truck driver on I-75. Absolutely. By the time I get done with you. I love it. Yes. Thank you all so much for watching. What does Miss Lucy say? Manners have been vilified. Yeah. I mean, it's just, there's so many, how do you say, opinions on how we got here. Either way, we're here, and I don't like it here. So I'm constantly going to be that salmon swimming upstream. Speaking of salmon, stand by. I'm going to put a poll on my YouTube channel. We are set for our NBA chef collaboration this Friday, 1 p.m. Jazz Leaf is coming, and I will be cooking from something from her cookbook. So I'm going to let you all vote on which recipe. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Waldo. Thank you. Wow, you all, I'm so glad you enjoyed this. Yes, of course, I'll show you guys pictures. Yes, it's true. Oh my goodness, great tip. Yes, gifts for hosts. Absolutely. Okay, I am caught up. You all, this has been an absolute joy for me. I was really thinking, like, should I even do this? Like, who do I think I am? But, we don't know what we don't know. And I was going to be doing this stuff anyway. And I am just completely honored that you all wanted to share with me. So we are going to dismiss, stand by for a poll on my community tab on YouTube. You all can vote. We're going to be doing salmon, but I'll let you know which salmon we can choose from tomorrow. It's Thursday, so I will be cooking. We've done a few of these sit downs, so I'll be back in the kitchen tomorrow. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. It's absolutely a labor of love for me. You all have helped me monetize my passion for food. If you have a YouTube channel and you're not monetized yet, you can check out my course. It's $50. Hi, Be the Bomber, getting ready to dismiss, but we're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as well. I do have a course on how I got monetized so quickly. I was monetized in 4 months. Now I'm monetized on Facebook. Thank you, Sunitha, for the stars. Thank you, Mr. Option One, for being the stream sponsor, but also Kim K, also Luke Casely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. According to Lead Attorney, most new YouTube channels take a year to get monetized, and I was monetized in 4 months because of you all. You have lifetime access and you can watch it over and over if you need to. And it's also included in the Maggie memberships. You can check the join tab on a computer on my Maggie the Substitute Teacher, and you get access to all of the raw footage. Oh my goodness. Kim says we would love to see me demonstrate them. Demonstrate the etiquette or what? Maya says, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you all, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. Y'all have just made this such a labor of love. Okay, Instagram, class is dismissed. I will see you all tomorrow. Maybe we'll do banana pancakes for Brandon or avocado toast. I don't know. We'll have something. But I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thank you. Turn on your notifications and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. But Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, class is dismissed.